behavior for in the first place, I feel like. It's like, do you want luxury? Do you want your blessings? But if somebody's an atheist, how are you going to tell somebody with pride who's an atheist that? It's like, why don't you humor us, though? Why don't you try it, though? Like, and see for yourself. You know what I mean? See how everything starts aligning into place. You know, see how your body feels. See how your mind feels with clarity and, you know, somebody to ground you. See how it feels being able to finally maybe trust a person or a process or a method that feels safe, that you don't, because somebody that goes to this length to get control is somebody that doesn't feel safe, so they ensure that they're going to feel safe by not having to take any losses or feel any kinds of emotions that they don't want to feel at everyone else's expense, maybe even. So that's coming from a place of fear, you know, that's like, or greed, or both, really. Okay. The letter M, the letter H, the letter A could be significant. So, ham. Okay. Alright, let's see, y'all. December could be significant. These are a lot of numbers, so I don't know if I want to go over every one of these. But I'm getting life path 9, 1, 7. I'm getting angel number 99. I'm getting 8. I'm getting 3. I'm getting angel number 88. Somebody could be born in 98 or 89. Somebody could be born in 84 or 71. Somebody could be 37 or 54 or 45 or 36. Something about 36. All right, let's move on to the next part. I'm going to use my deck. Oh, something could be urgent. Something is like immediate. There's a time frame on it. Maybe somebody's gonna get in trouble. Ooh, this is somebody who is polyamorous and keeps their emotions beneath the surface. Okay. They could like to keep things kind of superficial or, you know, not that deep, but I feel like this is a deep person and this is part of their like hardened exterior shell. It's like their way of doing things and protecting themselves. What are we reading on Sphere? What other messages? Yeah, somebody hasn't done the maintenance. Something needs an upgrade. So, exactly, they haven't done the work. They can't maintain something anymore, or they don't want to be wrong, or they're hiding the fact that they're wrong. That's why, yeah, something is, it smells, okay? Something is definitely gross. It needs to be. There needs to be maintenance. Somebody needs a tune-up. Somebody needs a tune-up to their foundation, their infrastructure, their way of seeing the world and doing things. Something is unbalanced. Yeah, they don't want to dare to be different. That's what this is. Oh, well, you're meant to be, though. You're supposed to be. And if you don't want to dare to be different, that means that you're around the wrong crowd, because why wouldn't they allow you to be different? Are you afraid of backlash? Like, then you're in the wrong group, because the right groups of people that are supportive, if they see that it's a good, healthy change, they're going to support that, even if it inconveniences them yeah, somebody's confused here. That's what this is, too. It's like this is somebody that needs to reinvent themselves, but it's like they need to deconstruct the stank in their soul. This is like rotten soul energy. Sulfur? Have you ever smelled sulfur? Sulfur, y'all? That shit is gross. AF. It smells like eggs, y'all. It smells like rotting eggs. Okay. Yeah, somebody here doesn't want to be wrong. They're hiding financial abuse. Okay, but you are wrong, though. It doesn't matter what you want to be. The truth is the truth. And so if you don't ever want to be in a situation where you think that people are going to see the truth, then you gotta not be financially abusive. So, or the other way to read this is that maybe somebody's being financially abused. Somebody's right, that somebody is hiding that they're financially abusing somebody. That's another way of reading that. Somebody needs to like flirt with the idea of being different. That's where the magic is. And it's like, instead they're playing around with the sulfur instead of the magic. It's like, who would ever do that? Master Builder number 22 could be significant. Yeah, they're not making any progress with the sulfur energy. We need the magic energy. And it's like, but somebody's confused. Maybe they've done things like a certain way for a very long time. Okay. But somebody needs to wake up to the music. It's time to listen to the music. Follow the music. Something about music. Music and magic. Strong willpower. Okay. Somebody has a very strong willpower. That's the leader. Whoever's the one that is sure of their own energy, that's somewhere to go. Also somewhere to go is to the wound. But I feel like this is somebody that is very emotionally stunted and they're not around the right environment, so it's going to feel scary, way too scary to do it on their own. They actually need like a guide, and a will and a willingness. So has such deep ego needs at the detriment of everyone else. He doesn't think about anyone else. I'm so sorry to hear that, Lala. Yeah, you know, it is very, and it sucks because it's like, I feel like some of these people have to know that they're wrong because they don't do that in front of other people, or they know to hide it. So they know. They just don't, it's like they want to be in that denial state. They don't want to look at it. Okay, but that's delusional. You know what I mean? That's not, I have eyes. I was born. Okay, yeah, it's going to lead to an autoimmune disease because somebody oppresses things in their nervous system. Yeah, so they don't want to deal with people complaining. See, I like these messages. I'm going to leave it on that account. They don't want to deal with, you know, the feedback. Probably because they're around people that are very criticizing and imposing and pushy of boundaries, and they don't allow them to have their own thoughts and opinions without consequence or shame. There's a difference between somebody that's trying to help you become grounded again with a genuine intention of love and seeing somebody thrive and, you know, have the tools to access that they're missing so that they can actually be present like you are. For this conversation or the way that you're seeing, like, because I feel like there's somebody that is they have a lot of willpower because they have a strong vision, y'all. Hindsight 2020. They have 20/20 third eye vision. Okay. And it's like, that's who you can trust. Okay. Something about magic, something about music, something about a witch. I feel like somebody here is a creative witch. Okay. Like in a good way. Somebody doesn't know how to work on something. They're confused. Exactly. So you need help. But you need to be willing to say that. I feel like somebody knows that you need help. Especially if they're a witch. I feel like maybe this is you, collective. Maybe you've been feeling that for a long time. But somebody is so guarded and of like the idea of being in control. And they might have maybe had a childhood where they had to be like hyper vigilant, hyper independent, and it's like because of their pride they don't they don't want to seem like they're imperfect or like they need help. But it's all in your behavior, so it's like you can't miss it. Somebody knows you need help, and there's somebody, I feel like they can act, they have magic, like they can actually help you. It's coming out in the upright too. It's not like the magician in the reverse. Somebody here has magic in their music too. If they do music, they help heal people or see things a different way. Something artsy or something beautiful. Somebody doesn't want to be wrong. They don't know how to be wrong, but they know. I feel like somebody's right that somebody's being financially abused and it's being hidden. And it's like, that's a hard pill to swallow, especially if it's like, you know, it's like somebody close to you. I mean, obviously the only person that can get away with that is somebody close to you that has access to doing something like this, right? Somebody's abusing somebody financially to control them, which in turn is causing somebody to treat you a certain way, maybe. Or maybe this is somebody that's doing this to you. I don't know, but either way, it's a hell no, and it's going to end up in court. And if you're a spiritualist person or a spiritual person, you're protected. You know, it's going to be a spiritual court, spiritual warfare thing. You know, maybe, yeah, somebody's confused. It's like the reason that they're confused is because they don't operate from source. They operate from, you know, 3D intellect and what they perceive as the right thing to do for their needs. But that doesn't work when you're there's the human race, and it's like certain situations comprise of multiple people, not just self. And it's like there needs to be an element of the heart chakra energy. There needs to be the consideration of emotional consequence. So somebody needs to make decisions from the place of intellect and emotion. But I don't think that in this environment they've been taught that that's safe. I feel like somebody has a lot to learn. They're very young when it comes to emotionally. And to the point where though it scares them and they've never had a safe space to, you know, express maybe. Yeah, because they're scared to dare to differentiate. Obviously that means that there's been consequences, shame, you know, maybe like favoritism, sacrifice. But I feel like there's somebody here that can really truly actually help somebody break this cycle and redeem themselves. And it's not a punishment, even though they deserve a punishment. Okay, they might feel like it's a punishment. No, this is God loving somebody. They're losing this person otherwise to the darkness if they don't see this. All right, let's see, y'all. Let's get into this before we tap into the tarot here. Welcome to the channel, y'all. If you're new here, if not, welcome back. A community could be involved. Okay, yeah, thief in reverse. Somebody's caught. They couldn't get away with something. Whether this is a thief of something tangible, money, since financial abuse came out. Whether it's thief of time, hopes, dreams, okay, energy. Some thief is exposed because of unexpected income or So maybe a thief couldn't get away with taking some kind of unexpected income in the near future. That means somebody's pathway is going to be blocked. It could have to do with a house and some kind of false person that's a feminine being exposed. Very interesting. Something about an ex-lover in the mix. Okay. Or two people that are just friends or acquaintances, or this could be, you know, who got in between the lovers, or whatever it fits, y'all. Somebody could be 35 or 53. Somebody could be 24 or 42. Somebody could be 27 or be born in 72. Somebody could be 36, 20, 51. February could be significant. I'm getting 88 again here. Karma. 9 again. We got 88 and 99 on the last cards. These cards. And now we're getting 22 here, which we got on the magic card. Interesting. Okay, the following dates could be significant. You're gonna have to give me a second. It's a few. It's quite a few. So February 20th, February 2nd, February 15th, February 6th, February 8th, February 9th, June 2nd, June 20th, June 8th, June 24th, June 6th, June 9th, June 27th, August 2nd, August 15th, August 20th, August 8th, August 24th, August 6th, August 27th, August 9th, and lastly September 2nd, September 6th, September 15th, September 20th, September 8th, September 24th, September 9th and 6th. Could be significant, y'all. Those dates. These could be like birthdays, anniversaries, days of purchases, big purchases, loss, for where it fits. Yeah, so it's like somebody's being exposed as a false person. And now, this has to do with like a house or somebody's stability here. $2027 could be significant. 2024 could be significant. 2015. Hold on, let me read what you guys have been saying. I've been really in the read. Hold up, y'all. I definitely need help. I'm looking for support. Oh. I feel like he has the energy that you're describing and I would have helped him, but not now. I can't. Yeah, it's terrible. It's the worst feeling. It's like, especially when you have the ability to help, like you actually have those tools and you can actually like really give like sound advice and even maybe help somebody through the process of getting to the point where they understand how to integrate it and practice it and why it's better than what they've been doing. Yeah, it's at the detriment of everybody else. That's the thing. I feel like somebody's being forced to feel the detriment to self. Do you know what I mean? And that's why it's a problem this time, because it's like this is somebody who makes sure everybody else feels it. If anybody's going to feel it, they're going to be the last ones too. You're out but listening, Nicole? Nice. You have, okay. All right, I read all your comments now. Yeah, hopefully you can find support in this channel, love. That's why we're here. If you need prayers, don't hesitate to ask as well. Somebody's pathway is blocked. Okay, so let's get into this. What is this about here? Let me just pull a few from here, and then we're going to jump into the tarot here. Yeah, I would love to help the person in my life that needs this, even though he hurt me. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, there needs to be... If there's no respect, though, if there's no, like, receptiveness, if there's no access, if somebody just shuts you out, it's like you can't just keep degrading yourself either. You know, you can't just, like, keep reaching out, keep extending, you know, pouring in when they're not doing that at all and they're not showing interest either. It's like it just gives them content for the shitty ones to tell people that you're harassing them. No, it's actually that you were harassed and you're trying to find a solution by helping, like, fix this behavior or do something, justice, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, it's like, but it that's what I'm saying. You can't trust somebody like this. And if you extend over and over again, you might be just unknowingly fitting their bullshit narrative, giving them ammo to weaponize against you. It's really unfortunate, y'all. Yeah, this is a bad strategy. Okay, somebody had a strategy, it failed. Somebody should have hesitated because these are not their friends. Or because they've now lost a friend. Yeah, there's no care here. There's no support here. There's no true friendship here. Nobody cares. Yeah, it's like... somebody's strategy failed because somebody here knows their worth, or they have something that's of value, or like, yeah, somebody wasn't ready for this. They had bad friends guiding them and coaching them, people that didn't give a shit really about them. Yeah, and somebody didn't care that something originated with someone. This is now a nightmare. Somebody, yeah, they shouldn't have taken this bribe. Okay, well, here's where we're at, y'all. We're getting 22 again. Somebody's a builder. Somebody creates things. Okay. March could be significant. Again, we're getting, so angel number 222, angel number 44. May could be significant. March. February. It's like something didn't work because something is of worth, of value, or somebody has value, or they value themselves, or they weren't willing to let go of something that's theirs and originates with them, or, you know, put it where it fits, y'all. Let's get into the tarot, shall we? This seems like an uncomfortable situation. So, what's up, squad? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, if not, welcome back. I'm an energy reader. Okay, we are almost done with the first collective energy check. After this, I will be putting my information out for personal reads, as well as questions afterwards. Okay, and we still have one more sign to read on this live too. So it's gonna be a fun time. Buckle up and enjoy the messages with me. Okay, so there's a very gorgeous, possibly could have red hair, doesn't have to, but this is the Fire Queen, and they're out in the upright. So this is somebody that's very confident. This is the person that has the magic. This is somebody who could do something beautiful, like art or music, or they're very confident. They might have a center of attention right now. Somebody could have tried to sacrifice this person. I feel like since this person is in the upright, if this is you and you're in a position where you're not budging, you're in the right. And you might be coming off as rigid and my way or the highway and selfish, but you're being selfish for a healthy reason. Like, you're protecting what's fair and what's healthy. So it's okay for you to make a choice on preference or what's healthy for you. Whereas somebody here would make choices that are not healthy and greedy, and not, it's like, I don't think you're trying to hurt anybody, you're just being yourself. But for people that are very undeveloped emotionally, they might look at you and be like, she's so selfish for standing in her light and daring to differentiate, and, you know, thinking she's all that in a bag of chips. Okay, that's not what's going on, but that could be like what these types of energies might perceive you as, because you're not willing to be sacrificed, you're not willing to make any more sacrifices, and you still have your confidence intact. Yeah, so this means that somebody's not getting something. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, or maybe somebody's getting demoted. Okay. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Archangels, Ancestors, and the Most High. You're at Costco? Hell yeah. Enjoy it for us. I'm calling on you to channel your ancient wisdom, your guiding light, your strength, your clarity with intention towards our blessed North Node. Please help me bring forth the most important messages for my current collective. Aw, thank you, love. I'm sure you are too. I love sharing golden wisdom. It's my favorite thing to do, y'all. I'm glad that you feel that way, and if I can help you at all understand the debauchery and the obnoxiousness of, like, unhinged behavior, that is absolutely my pleasure, okay? Because that shit is wild. It feels like alien territory when you've experienced it and you've never experienced it before. So I'm here to be a guide in any way, so that made me smile a lot. So yeah, you guys, it's like somebody's being demoted, or they're not getting something, or they're losing something, or they're not getting a gift, or like they're not getting a job, or somebody is losing something. Yeah, because of some kind of communication. Something's happening rather quickly. Something's accelerating. All right, what's going on, Spirit? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles in reverse again. All right. So I want a mental health clinic. I want a mental health clinic, and I'd like to hire you. Aww. Thank you, love. I've thought about being a psychologist, but the amount of school that I'd have to go to just to certify a lot of the things I've already learned, it feels draining for me. But that's why I integrated into my, my spiritual stuff here. Because I can, fuse it all together. And I'm so glad that it speaks to you. I feel like it's going to speak to who it's meant to. And if it helps, I'm so happy to do that. That's exactly why I made this channel. I just want everybody to have a better quality life experience, because then there'd be more happiness, which would then cultivate a more peaceful world to live in. I've been that way since I was a kid. I'm very sensitive to what I see wrong. And I know it's not realistic, but I want to do whatever I can. Whatever, even if it's small to somebody else. To me, it might be everybody, to one person, for instance. It's like when you adopt a dog, y'all. To that one dog, it was life or death. You know what I mean? So to me, even if I'm helping people on a small scale, and this is how you should adopt, if somebody ever tries to talk you out of doing something because it's you're only one person. That's not realistic. You're not going to make a difference. How are you going to da-da-da-da? Fuck that shit. It always starts with one person. If I can help even a small group of people, it's it depends on how golden the wisdom was, and that's you too. You never know how you impact people's lives and how important it is for you to show up and express what you've learned. That's why it's so important to learn and grow. And this is the type of person that avoids that. They avoid that. And so then all of us have to deal with and experience that kind of energy, and it's not comfortable either on this end. Okay, just like it isn't comfortable what's happening for somebody right now, because they weren't ready for something, and they were being guided the wrong way by the wrong people, it looks like. So they didn't think that this would be the end result. I feel like, okay, well, it is, and everyone was uncomfortable the entire time, so now you get to be uncomfortable. And it's not like anyone wanted that for this person or these people. It's you forced this. And, when I told you there could have been another way, it's y'all. So, yeah. So what we're dealing with, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The problem is Six of Pentacles in reverse. Envy. Just not recognizing somebody for their value, not giving somebody what they deserve, not paying it back a debt, maybe theft. Somebody could have tried to steal something from someone, or out of greed or envy. But you're still here with this pentacle, so now that's uncomfortable. It's that's what I'm talking about. It's it's uncomfortable because all the things they didn't work. You're still moving forward here with this Three of Wands, and you still have your pentacle in the upright, chilling, standing tall, confident, looking gorgeous as ever. And it's what was all this for then? What was that for? You know what I mean? Because now it exposes. It just naturally exposes things. Yeah, somebody's moving forward towards an equally balanced, reciprocal relationship.